What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hotel Show with your boy Howard. What's going on, y'all? Listen, I actually was not intending to get on here, but um, I came across a couple of topics that kind of piqued my interest, and I feel like we need to talk about. So we're going to talk about Tammy Roman and her daughter on that Burris Banter podcast with Candy Burris, her daughter Riley, and then it was Tammy and her daughter Jazz. Something that has been floating around is a conversation that they had in reference to Tammy's daughter Jazz, the one that is a part of the LGBTQ community. And so I want to talk about something that's stated briefly in there. And then who pastor is this that's going around stretching and making booty cheeks jump? So yeah, we finna get into that. So listen, if you're new here, kick out your shoes and get comfortable because we family, baby. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. And without further ado, y'all ready? Let's get it!
Yes, I'm jaded. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase. You'll try to come back when you faint.
Okay, so we'll start with the most serious stuff first. So this clip with Tammy Roman and Candy's daughter Riley and Tammy's daughter Jazz. We're just gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I think because this is a much needed conversation for a lot of parents that may just now be new coming into accepting their child if they're dealing with their child coming out, as LGBTQ. This is just a conversation that needs to be had. So let me mute my mic and share the screen.
I'm graduating, right? Getting my degree, and
she can't be in the
she can't be there.
She can't.
Do you get what I'm saying? My girlfriend can't be there.
Why? That's true.
Exactly. There's moments that my people have. Thank you. Let's speak about it. If we're gonna speak about it, let's speak about it.
Be there.
And I knew not to even tell. I told her, but she knew. She was like, "Okay, I can't be there." Congrats.
With your other daughter,
Oh,
she's straight, right? Her boyfriend's in the past. She's never been allowed to bring her boyfriends around.
she would be.
She would be.
She would be.
And why is
Thank
what's the
you.
difference?
Because
Thank you. I love it. Now we talking. What you did? You leaned in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I'm leaning in. That don't seem fair.
because there's something called confirmation bias, and when people think like you think or appear to be how you are, you're more drawn to those type of people. So my daughter is a heterosexual female. Confirmation bias allows me to accept whatever situation she's presenting versus not really understanding this moment. And so I got to take a step back and figure out how it works for me and how I can be comfortable in that moment, because there's something called mental health that we have to be concerned about. And I got to be concerned about mine. Even though I'm trying to walk with her and love her, I still got to do what's right for me as well.
Okay, but you're not graduating. She is.
Thank you.
She's graduating.
Okay, about
Okay, so just to kind of get y'all caught up with basically the conversation, if y'all wouldn't understand it, Tammy Roman's daughter Jazz, her graduation is coming up. She's about to graduate, and she says that Tammy basically said that her Jazz's girlfriend cannot be there. Tammy goes on to explain the reason why is because confirmation bias. Basically, she's trying to say that because she is familiar with basically a straight relationship, her other daughter can bring her boyfriend or whatever around because she can really identify with that because she's a straight woman. That's what she's really trying to say. And she's saying, opposed to the situation with Jazz and her girlfriend, that's not something that she's comfortable with because she don't really understand it, but she's trying to get used to it, but she don't really know. Then she tries to throw in that we have something called mental health, and she says that she has to protect her mental health, but Candy goes in to tell her, but this has nothing to do with you. This is her. And if you got to watch the whole thing, you could just see Tammy kept trying to give these responses to validate and make what she was saying make sense, but it just kept falling dead. Like it still wasn't landing. The plane would not land at all, no matter how she tried to chop it up. And that's something I wanted to touch on this briefly because I think that things like this need to be talked about. And I want to say this before I go in. I am sure and well aware that most parents don't expect that from their child is to come out LGBTQ, and most parents want their child to grow up and have a wife and kids or a husband and kids. Like that's typically what, parents want and expect from their child. However, it doesn't always happen like that with all of your children. Somebody gonna come out Or you could have all your kids be straight, and then all of them could be LGBTQ, or one of them could be. You know what I'm saying? And so what you have to understand is that you as a parent, you have to be willing to have an open mind, and you have to most importantly not make their life choices and decisions that they make as an adult about you. That's what Tammy is doing. And what Tammy is doing without realizing is she's actually creating a very, very bad future relationship for her and between her and her daughter, because it's going to get to a point where Jazz is going to get older and she's going to say at some point, I have to consider myself, and I have to put my happiness first. Everything that Tammy is doing, I've seen so many times with parents. Your child is your child up until they're 18, 19, and they're making decisions on their own. Once they grow older, they can still be your child, but baby, they have their own lives to live. Their own lives to live. It does not matter how much you try to avoid and do everything you can to prevent them from doing this and doing that, baby. It's best that you just let them do and live freely, because the things that you try to keep them from doing, those are the things they're going to actually end up doing a lot of times. Like, you can go jump hurdles and do everything you can to avoid them going down that path, and that'll be the very path they run down. You just have to let your children grow and experience things and just be there to support them. As long as they ain't playing with no kids, doing no crazy, weirdo stuff, baby, you cannot control who your children love. And the audacity to think that a graduation is more about you than it is about your daughter who's actually being celebrated says that you got a whole lot of growing up to do, because that is very selfish. You have to let these kids grow up and make their own decisions, whether they make mistakes or not. Just be there to support them through the process. But trying to do this bullshit that Tammy tried, oh no, that is the most ridiculous thing. And it's the fact that she kept trying to land the plane and it made no sense. She made herself look even dumb, because it's like, girl, this don't got nothing to do with you. This is not about you. You making her lifestyle and the way she chose to live about you. What makes you think that you can do that and it's okay and get away with it? And yes, she's laughing and stuff in the clips, but trust and believe, as somebody that's been in this lifestyle a long time and has been around and seen a whole lot with it when it comes to different parents and the dynamic of them and their relationship with their children, baby, that stuff is going to come back and bite you in the worst way. And what you don't want is your child to be so fed up with you for doing stuff like this that is just horrible, because it's like you accepting your straight daughter and her man to come around, but the gay daughter and her lover can't come around. That also has a whole lot of homophobic in it. It's like it stems from homophobia for real. It really, really does. You creating a very hostile and horrible relationship between you and your daughter down the line, because she's gonna make that decision at some point to finally tell you, girl, go about your business. I gotta choose my happiness and where my heart is, and that's me. You can't be married and you've been with Reggie all these years. That's your man. That's what you can prioritize. That's your priority. Your daughter's relationships ain't your priority, and it's not about you. You cannot do that. I'm telling you, that is the worst thing that you can do, is do what Tammy is doing, because baby, when I tell you, it's gonna get to that point and it's gonna hit Tammy when she least expect it, and it's going to crush her. You're gonna make your daughter end up not only will she rebel against you, but people will end up cutting you off behind stuff like that. You can't do that. That's very, very horrible and homophobic. And the reason why I say a lot of that is also stemming to homophobia, because it's kind of like what the gays always say all the time, when it's kind of like, some people, like some women, they'll use the gays as an accessory. Like, yeah, I want the gays to do my hair, to style me, do my makeup, make sure I'm cute, be my little hey good girlfriend. We go eat Kiki all the time. But I don't want no gay child. Don't bring it over here. This is why I gotta draw the line. That's how you know that's something Tammy been sitting harping on, and it's internalized homophobia that she is just expressing. Like, that's not cute. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm so glad that Candy and Riley was getting her together on that, because it sounded really dumb to make that situation that is not about you. Like, that's for your daughter to celebrate. It don't matter who she brings. You're supposed to love and support her through and through. At 20 something years old, trying to do your daughter like that, you got a whole lot. You need to grab a hold of yourself on if you want to continue to have a great relationship with your daughter, because baby, I'm telling you, I done seen that play out too many times, and you're gonna be somewhere balling up crying, wishing you did better and try to understand. I'm telling y'all, do not be like Tammy Roman. The worst thing you can do is be like Tammy Roman in a situation like that. I'm telling you, baby, because that ain't right at all. I can see if she ain't want the other daughter, she can't bring her boyfriend around, but you literally saying it loud and proud. Oh yeah, she could bring her boyfriend. And the reason you gave to justify why it's okay for her to bring it, just, ooh, that plane just wasn't landing, baby. Whatever y'all do, don't be like Tammy Roman. Tammy, you got a whole lot to learn. And I seen somebody saying something about Tammy that played around with girls before the past. I don't know. Is that to be true? I hadn't really got that to you. If y'all do remember Tammy, I never really remember hearing that. But that will make it even worse if you, because that'll make you not only low key homophobic, but hypocritical too. Jesus. So don't be like Tammy Roman. I'm telling y'all, whatever you want to do, whatever you do, love and support your child through and through. As long as it ain't no craziness, the worst thing you do is turn your back on your child or try to dictate how they move throughout life once they get older like that, baby. I'm gonna go to the last topic. Now listen, y'all. I don't know who church this pastor belonged to, and I'm gonna tell you like this: if he belonged to your church, then baby, you might need to reconsider where you going to praise and worship at, because I'm gonna let y'all see. Pastor C is what I'm seeing. His name is Pastor C, and he actually can sing. But baby, he's also called himself the stretching pastor. And well, I'm gonna let y'all get a look at the stretching pastor. First, I want y'all to hear him sing a little bit. Then I want y'all to see the stretching.
And praises to your name, oh Lord. Praises to your name, oh Lord. For your name is great and greatly to be praised. We give glory to your name, oh Lord. Glory to your name, oh Lord. For your name.
He can sing, huh? He really can sing. Never heard of him before. Pastor C. He can really sing. Now I want to let y'all get a load of this, because this is the same person.
This is your reminder to stretch. For the past few days, I've been having some really bad back pain, but I'm so grateful. Whew. Today I went to the gym. I stretched. I was able to get a good stretch in. I feel a lot more better. So I just want to encourage y'all, make sure you stretch. Many of y'all don't know, but I used to play football and I studied mixed martial arts, taekwondo.
Replay this again, y'all. I'm finna replay this again because I need y'all to see this man making his ass cheeks jump while he's stretching. And then he gonna try to say that happens when muscles are loose and you're stretching. That is a damn lie. That does not happen. That is a bold-faced lie. So let's run it back so y'all can see this and we can get up out of here.
Listen, this is your reminder to stretch. For the past few days, I've been having some really bad back pain, but I'm so grateful. Whew. Today I went to the gym. I stretched. I was able to get a good stretch in. I feel a lot more better. So I just want to encourage y'all, make sure you stretch. Many of y'all don't know, but I used to play football and I studied mixed martial arts, taekwondo, and Krav Maga. That's why I'm so flexible. But go stretch.
Sir, get off my goddamn timeline. When I seen that, I'm telling y'all, I damn near grabbed my Bible because I was like, ooh, baby, a pastor? The pastor making his ass cheeks jump. Talk about that happens when the muscles is loose. Well, sir, listen. Let's say there is some truth to what you're saying. Why have we never seen that same thing happen in all of these other fitness guys that train and stretch, and like we've never seen this naturally happen like that? That is a bold-faced lie. To know how to make your ass cheeks jump like that, that's like stuff that they teach you when you stripping. You was lying. You was trying to make it seem like you was exercising, but also trying to bait and do a cat call. That's what it was. That was a cat call. You're probably trying to find your next first husband or I don't know. I don't know what you looking for, but it ain't no first lady. And if you got a first lady, I hope y'all ain't married, because she needs to run. I mean, she needs to run for the hills, because that right there. You would not ever catch me. Let me tell you something. That'll be the last time I walk up in my church house if I see this on my timeline. And my church is caught in 4K making his booty cheeks jump like he preparing for Nelly Tip Drill remix video. I would not ever. I would act like I have never been to that church in my life. Do you hear me? Y'all pastors are getting out of hand like that. That is horrible. That is horrible. Like, y'all really are making y'all ass cheeks jumps. That's a lot. That's a lot, Pastor. You're going to need to be the first one at the altar come Sunday morning. You need to be there for Sunday school, Bible study, altar prayer. You need to be on the front of it. They need to lay all hands, and they don't even need to dab that oil on you. They need to just take the whole thing and just pour it on you while they praying. Because, baby, I ain't never in my life seen a pastor make his ass cheeks jump like he preparing for the next drop down and get your eagle on video. I'm getting the hell up out of here. Y'all drop down in the comments, tell me what y'all think about all of this, okay? I love y'all. Make sure y'all continue to like and subscribe. Also, keep your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. I love y'all. Peace.
Oh babe, oh babe, oh yeah, oh yeah. Why is this so funny? Oh yeah, just made alright. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Why is this so funny? Oh yeah, oh yeah.